So, I actually turned vegetarian at 12 years old. And I didn't see a reason to go vegan at the time because I didn't understand there was cruelty in the dairy industry back then. I was a naive little kid. I saw what the meat industry was responsible for and I made that change. As well as being somewhat religious at the time and understanding that in Sikhism, we're supposed to treat animals with compassion. And even though the Akal Takht, which is essentially the Sikh government, decided to say that Sikhs are allowed to eat jatka meat, I think is quite hypocritical and it goes against our Guru's teachings to actually be consuming anything that causes pain to an animal. So my entire implication of that is pain to an animal is meat and dairy and honey and all these sorts of products that essentially just jeopardize an animal's health in some way or another. So when I was 12 years old, I went vegetarian because I saw the cruelty in the meat industry and how lambs, chickens, obviously cows and other animals are treated, and the videos how they're just tossed around. They're cut up while they're still alive and still conscious, because I believe in animals being sentient beings as well. I do believe they have consciousness. They experience tremendous amounts of pain, and I can't imagine a human undergoing that amount of pain and being reasonable about it, you know? So obviously this is against their own animals' will to do this. You're literally just torturing them for the needless greed of consumption of meat. Oh yeah, it tastes so great, but it's not worth the pain that these animals go through. And that's why I made that change that day, because in Sikhism says to treat animals with compassion, and because when I actually saw the videos that were being brought in front of me about how animals are treated, I was personally disgusted, and that's why I made that change. And a lot of the excuses I made growing up, because I'm 22 now, around that age of 18 where I was questioning things more, and I saw the cruelty that was in the dairy industry and how these cows are treated to be milked, because they're being fed soy and they're being fed unnatural foods which aren't right for them, and that cause them to have a lot of bodily problems, and they're treated horribly. They're treated horribly. You can see videos of how this happens. I will provide links in the description. The cows aren't treated with respect. Dairy is very unethical. If you were that cow, you'd be feeling all that torture and pain, but obviously you're just sitting here looking at a nice pint of milk, so you don't see the pain that cow has suffered. And this is the reason why I'm going vegan, you guys. It's that simple. There's torture and I need to stop. I need to stop promoting in that industry of just cruelty. There's no need for it. Because by investing money into these kinds of products, their demand goes up, their supply and demand goes up, and they will produce more of that torture towards the animals, and they have little regard towards it. And that's why I'm willing to do it. And I think a lot of people should go vegan. The main reason why I didn't go vegan at the time was because in Sikhism, in the Gurdwaras, dairy is actually, you know, it's given to people. It's in the langar, right? And the langar is free food for anyone to take. So in this sample of food, there was dairy, and I took that as a justification that it was okay to consume dairy. In reality, when I look at it, it isn't. So back when Sikhism was actually created, obviously there wasn't this whole modernization of how we produce dairy. So it was, at the moment, it's obviously machines that just pump cows with hormones and soy under these bad conditions, and whereas back then obviously there wasn't the technology to do that, and cows were treated very ethically back in India, back when Sikhism was founded. So back then it's understandable why the Sikhs would be consuming milk, because it's a product of, it provides a lot of nutrition, but at the same time back then there was no ethical concern to care about, whereas right now there is, because we're in the West, we're not in India. Well, I personally am in the West. And cows aren't treated with respect here, whereas in India they might be. But I'm not in India, so I'm not going to be promoting these kinds of products that promote this kind of cruelty. That's why I'm doing this change. But there is one hypocrisy to what I'm doing, which is because I will still go to the Gurdwara. I won't have it in my langar if I can not have it, but in the prashad I will still be having it. So that's the only one time you'll ever see me touch dairy that is just unethical. Every other aspect I don't have any excuses. It's just I want to keep in touch with my religion. It is what it is. It's my roots. It's my cultural and religious roots. There is literally no reason to not be vegan. It's just selfishness and greed, you know. It's so easy to change. There is a little bit of research as to what you need to do to understand how you get vitamin B12 and a certain D, right? But you can supplement these. It's not that expensive, to be honest with you. I have a big bottle of Floridix that usually sorts me out in terms of my my lack of nutrients that I receive. But I'm perfectly fine. I know what foods to get for protein, and I'm going to be showing you guys this. This is my journey. This is 2018. I'm going vegan. Vegan is the future. This isn't a prank, bro. I'm not going to be going to April 1st and be, guys, I did this for 4 months because this is just a prank, bro. This isn't a prank. This is real. Vegethetics is going vegan. I'm not changing the name of this channel to Veganthetics, even though I kind of wish I would, but at the same time, it kind of jeopardizes the whole idea of vegetarian bodybuilding, because I've been vegetarian ever since I've been bodybuilding. To say it's now vegan bodybuilding would be a detriment to that testimonial, because only the gains I'm making from now are purely vegan gains, right? Back then it was vegetarian, so it would be a false testimonial as to what this channel is. I'm more than happy to say, in a broader sense, it's meat-free nutrition. That way it accounts for both ends of the spectrum that I've been. But this, to me, this is a wake-up, right? I've seen more and more of these videos, and I'm realizing I'm still part of this industry. I don't actually buy leather. I don't. Most of the products I actually buy in terms of what I need to wear to work is fake leather or it's rubber, right? Which are still damaging to the environment, but it's the best I can do that doesn't cause animal cruelty. And that's simply the concern I'll pick over, right? This is quite a brutal video, you guys. And I appreciate not everyone's going to like it, but this is the future of this channel. I want to promote veganism. I do. And I want to abide by those concepts myself. This is quite an emotional video, but it's simply the truth. Veganism is the future. We need to start caring about the ethics of animals, because we are animals ourselves. We're part of the animal kingdom, you guys. We're mammals. We need to start showing regard for other forms of life, other forms with sentient beings who have consciousness, right? And don't give me that bullshit about plants having consciousness. Oh, what are you going to do? Starve to fucking death? Plants do not experience pain. I don't believe they experience pain personally. So I will consume plants. I will consume beans. I will consume nuts. I've always had these arguments presented to me by meat eaters. And to me, they're just excuses. If you can make a change, why not make the change? If you can help these animals who are suffering, why not make that change, you know? But at the same time, I'm not going to be the condescending type to go to a restaurant and maybe eat with some co-workers and shame them about eating meat. It's their choice at the end of the day, but I want to promote veganism. I want to promote meat-free nutrition. So I will be showing you guys vegan sources of protein. But that's about it, you guys. This is what this video is about. It's quite powerful. I feel quite empowered to do this. I'm not going to lie to you guys. It's a huge difference when a lot of the actual people, a lot of old school bodybuilders are now looking at veganism and vegetarianism and seeing it for what it is, because being the whole idea of eating meat to eat protein, you're actually bringing so much torture to the meat industry. Having so much protein in your life from meat alone and dairy alone, you're causing this torture. Why not substitute some of that and make a difference ethically, morally, you know? Take the moral high ground. But seriously, you guys, that's all I really want to talk about in this video. I've made this change. You know, my next video is just going to be talking about some of the foods I've been looking at, studying at really into protein and seeing how it affects my gym progress as well. Because you guys will see that firsthand. I'm actually commencing a fat loss phase at the start of 2018. So this is going to be a tremendous video and tremendous progress just to show you guys. I'll be showing you guys what I eat all the time. You know, I'll be showing you guys how I'm doing my fat loss with vegan food. But to be completely honest with you, at this point in time, I don't think I'm going to be competing in physique for 2018 because I'm just so focused on shifting my nutrition, and I can't just have so much focus in my life. I just wouldn't be able to handle it. It's just impossible. It is. On top of working a 9-to-5 job, I can't try to change my nutrition to veganism and compete at the same time. It'd just be unrealistic. On top of work, I go gym, I make videos, I do so much outside of life. It's nearly impossible for me to compete at the moment. Maybe it's something I might consider next year when I have veganism to a T and I know what I'm doing and I can say, you know what, you guys, I'm ready to compete. I'm ready to compete as a meat-free athlete. Like I said, I'm not happy to use the label vegan because most of the time I've been lifting weights, I haven't been vegan. I've been vegetarian. Anyway, you guys, quite a long video. I do apologize about the length of this video. But in general, this is what it is, you know. I'm going vegan. That's the truth. I'm going vegan. Vegethetics is going vegan. Taryn's going vegan. This is a vegan channel now, you know. But like I said, even though I'm going vegan, I'm not going to call this vegan bodybuilding because it's not. I might be showing vegan bodybuilding meals, vegan bodybuilding with nutrition. That's the aim of this channel now, is just to promote veganism and how you can gain protein, carbohydrates, and fat on a vegan diet, as well as I've just done grocery shopping, which I'm probably going to show in my next video. But anyway, you guys, that's the premise of this video: veganism. Go vegan, motherfuckers. Veganthetics. I'll see you in that next video.